Now let's get you into that courtroom. This is in Tennessee for the double murder trial for Brandon Isabelle. We are picking it up as the jury hears the interrogation of the defendant.
So you don't know how close she was? Brandon. You know what you did, man. I know what you did. You know what you did. It's obvious, bro. It's obvious. Let me explain something to you, okay? And I'm gonna put this in a way for you to understand, okay? Right now, your future depends on how people are gonna see you from here on out, right? That's not true. And I'm explaining to you, okay? Everybody don't want to keep it. Let me explain something to you. Listen to me, Brandon, okay? Let me explain this to you, okay? Have you gone out drinking, like to the club, stuff like that before? Have you been out before? I don't drink this stuff. Okay, but you've been out. You've been around people like in a crowd and stuff before, right? Okay. Let me explain to you this, okay? And this is how this works when it comes to people seeing you, okay? You see this bar right here, right? Now, let's say that you're holding this bar, and you got your favorite drink in there, right? You stand in the crowd. Now, somebody bumps into you and knocks their drink down, right? Now, there's one or two things that can happen. The guy who knocks their drink down, he could say, "Damn, my bad, man. I was having a bad day. I was having a bad moment. I'm sorry I knocked this drink out of your hand. I know it's your favorite drink. I fucked up, my bad." Right? Or that same guy can bump into you and walking, right? Which one of those people look the worst? Now, I'm going to ask you something. Which one of those people you think you look like right now? Now, with that being said, keep that in mind, Brandon. You already told us everything else. You understand what I'm telling you? Just tell us the truth about the paper. Just tell us what you did. You threw it in the room? Okay, did you watch her going to the water? Brandon. Things are slightly hard approach. Brandon, let me tell you something, okay? You had to walk on the rocks and get down to the water, say it, didn't you? I think I was like 3/4 of the way there. I didn't walk all the way there. Let me tell you something, Brandon. Those rocks are boulders. You have to navigate through those on the walk. I told you several times that you slid down there. Physically impossible. Physically impossible. That Chelsea. It's physically impossible to slide down there. Well, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity, Brandon. Would you put her in the water, Brandon? I didn't place her in the water. How did she get into the water? She was along the river line. She was by the water. She wasn't. But you slid her right on the water. Let me read that. Did you navigate the rocks? I walked over the rocks. I walked the river line. Okay, so you got it close enough to the water, right? That you got it close enough that if you push, there's a little bit saying? So you pushed her in the water. She was placed along the river. She was touching Brandon. And she was touching the water until you did what? Brandon. It's like, so you put it in the listen. I walk over, put it right there on the river, like, then I do that. And I walk with the bullshit, Brandon. And then place her in Brandon in the water. Brandon. Then the river ain't rose that much in the clubhouse. Yeah. Anyway, now, I'm gonna tell you right now, what you telling me right now, you telling me that you did it, but you did a dick hole about it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all it out. You know it. What would you do? Place her down in my water. Did you place her in the water, Brandon? Did you place her in the water? Brandon, did you place her in the water? I think Brandon, I'm being anything out there. You want to know one thing about that park? My father used to take me to that park, and we used to run our dog down there. I work the glasses, so I do too. I have all my life. I got my contact lenses right now. I swear to God. I agree with you. You started off with a lie, right? You started off lying. So you don't want to just look like a complete liar. So you want to make us feel like part of what you told us is the truth. But none of what you told us is the truth. You have started telling the truth. Complete the circle, Brad. Complete. 99% of the truth is still what? No, 99% of the truth? Still a lie. Right, so 1% is a lie. The truth is the truth, and that's got to be 100%. If you leave out one portion, you're wrong. How did she get in the water? I placed it down there. How did she get in the water? I placed it down there. How did she get in? Who gets in the water, Brandon? You put her in the water. Okay. Did you put her in the water or did you toss her into the water? You tossed her into the water. Did she float away or did she sink? So look at that real quick. Did she come out of that seat? So you threw her in the water. Huh? You threw her in the water. So you don't know where she or the seat went, do you? How far into the water did you throw her? It didn't go as far as it goes.
Could you clarify that for us? You said how far did she go in the water, the question was? Or how far in the water did you throw her, was the question?
He said it wasn't far. It didn't go as far as the gun.
Okay.
Was she still in the car seat when she hit the water? She came out, right? Okay. Did you hear the water splash, friend? When you threw her? Brandon, you threw her in the water. I didn't hear you there. You threw her in the water. How do you know you threw her in the water? I don't know if I actually threw her in the water. Brandon threw her. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm talking on. Don't do that, bro. Did you hear that baby hit the water? But you threw her into the water. Did you see her fall away? Sit there. Hang on, son, okay? You need some right now? You said you want some water, right? You still want it? Okay.
Is that the norm, if anyone goes to ask if they want water or evaluate and stuff like that? Okay, that clip ends with, he says, or does he say that he accidentally shoots Danielle? It changes to accidentally shoot Danielle.
They say he accidentally shot her. because he heard something.
And then with respect to baby Kennedy, he says what?
He said he threw her in the car seat in the water, and she
Okay.
came out of the car seat.
Okay, we're gonna start clip 5 here.
All right, the audio is a little low inside that courtroom, so why don't we bring in our guest for this hour to discuss. Joining us now from Denver, Colorado, criminal defense attorney Jeffrey Wolf. Hey there, Jeffrey, nice to see you today. All right, we've switched gears here at Court TV watching this case. Wow, that interrogation video. Now, the defendant has claimed that some of the confessions, some of the things that he was saying there, that it was coerced, but you know, we're getting a chance to hear it inside the courtroom. What's your takeaway from that?
Yeah, I mean, coercive conduct in an interrogation is normal, right? Officers are allowed to treat people that way. They're allowed to lie to you. They're allowed to curse at you. They're allowed to be bullying to you. You know, the officers don't pull their guns out. They don't get physically intimidating to him, but you can hear them cursing at him. You can hear them insisting that he's lying to them, that he's not telling them the truth, that he's leaving things out. And that action by them is intimidating. It is going to cause somebody potentially, if he didn't do it, which we don't know at this juncture, but if he didn't do it, it's going to cause what we have learned so much over the years is called a false confession. We don't know if this is a false confession out of this gentleman at this point, but if he's saying he was coerced into a false confession, this is the type of behavior that occurs during an interrogation that can cause that. It is something that influences a person to say the thing that they think is going to get them out of the room. And it is what officers do and what they are trained to do to get the person to admit to something, whether they did it or not. And it is textbook police behavior.
Yeah, Jeffrey, yeah, good point. Okay, we're going to have more testimony from the Baby in the River murder trial after a break, but also ahead this weekend on Court TV, an all-new season of Victim to Verdict. You can join Court TV's Ted Rowlands for the new season premiere. It's going to be happening this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Ted will look at the Delphi murders and the years-long hunt for Baby and Libby's killer, for Abby and Libby's killer. You don't want to miss this right here on Court TV. We'll be right back.
Tonight, on closing arguments, a University of Kentucky cheerleader faces charges after her infant was found dead in a closet. We will bring you the latest from today's big hearing.
Closing arguments tonight at 8/7 Central, only on Court TV.
The brutal murders of 2 young girls.
Delphi is not one of those places where this would happen.
I killed Abby and Libby.
Victim to Verdict with Ted Rowlands. Season premieres Saturday night, 8 Eastern and Pacific.
Only on Court TV.
Welcome back. Busy day here at Court TV. We are tracking several trials across the country. In Mississippi, the state and the defense rested just last hour in the plotting parents murder trial. Jeffrey Spence is accused of killing his daughter's boyfriend. Closing arguments are set for Monday. Also in Tennessee, it is day 4 of testimony in the Baby in the River murder trial for Brandon Isabelle. The jury today is hearing more of the defendant's own words during his police interrogations. Also in Florida, opening statements. They are set to begin later this afternoon in the murder trial for Daniel Stearns. He is charged with shooting his girlfriend, Nancy Howery, then burning her body and scattering her remains in a wooded area. Now, let's get you back to Tennessee. More of the double murder trial for Brandon Isabelle. We are picking it up with some more of the defendant's police interrogation.
Look, when you pulled over there with Danielle, after you left her, after you shot her, did you change clothes? Okay. Where'd you change clothes at? Well, I'm gonna take my jacket off and change shoes. Where's the jacket, no shoes at? The shoes, I think are home. So the jacket's at home? Where's home? Which place? In Cordova? Where'd you put the jacket? It's in my car. Hanging over, it won't throw in the bottom. What's it look like? Black and gray? Half black, half gray. Okay, and that's what you had on when you shot her? Oh. Did any why'd you take the jacket and the shoes off? So you just want home to change? What kind of shoes did you have on? These clothes. Okay. And you put them where?
To be clear, he says, what about the,
Is this before or after? That's at your house.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that for us?
He said he changed his jacket to his Adidas slide.
And where did he put the slides?
Slides was in the trunk of his car.
Okay.
After that, you would have changed. Because I don't have a time on that one, but the time, so this white shirt, if you had it on under that shirt, yeah, I would have lifted it. You left that. So you changed everything. I just took the jacket off the chain shoe. I took the jacket off. So that white shirt you had on under the jacket, initially, see that over there. Okay, so when you had the jacket zipped all the way up. Right.
That's obviously a typo in the transcript there. That's you speaking and not Brandon Isabelle, correct?
Correct.
She said, why? What did you tell her?
All right, that's a little bit hard to hear, so we're going to kind of work on that a little bit or see if we can get it turned up and bring in our guest for this hour as we work on that. So criminal defense attorney Jeffrey Wolf sticking around with us today as we watch this interrogation. But, you know, Jeffrey, some of the things that we've heard so far in that interrogation, him saying that I shot her, referring to his girlfriend, 27-year-old Danielle. Also, the baby Kennedy, 2 days old, saying that I left her by the river in the car seat. Detectives kept asking him, well, where is the baby? We looked down there. We couldn't find her. What are you taking away from this?
I think the biggest thing I'm taking away from it is that this interrogation, this confession that the prosecution is pointing to, didn't lead to the recovery of this baby, either alive or deceased. And I think that's a problem for the prosecution because they're pointing to this confession as the biggest piece of their case, right? Yeah. Because people are asking, well, if he confessed to this crime, why did he go to trial? And for the prosecution, having a confession should be a rock solid case. But the confession and the hard work by the detectives to get it didn't lead to the recovery of evidence here. And that's a problem for the prosecution, in my estimation. I don't think it necessarily is a guaranteed acquittal, but it's a problem that the prosecution is going to have to overcome.
Yeah, and I mean, they couldn't even find the car seat. So he talked about having the car seat down there as well. A search turned up empty. So you have the two victims saying shot Danielle, but the baby, I mean, you know, we don't know where the baby is. So that definitely is a problem for the prosecution. How would you use that in your favor for the defense, Jeffrey?
Well, I think it plays into this being a false confession, right? If he's confessing to a crime he committed and he is giving them details of what he did and he actually did it, why is it not leading to evidence to corroborate his confession? If he is confessing to a crime he committed, the details he is giving the detectives should lead to evidence to back that up. If it's a false confession, the details he's giving the detectives should not lead to evidence to corroborate the confession he is giving them. And that is what is actually playing out here as you see the investigation play out after his alleged confession.
Yeah, excellent point, Jeffrey.